Big deep breath, pull down on the harnesses and get pushed into the back seat as the HQs accelerate away from the standing start. And there was literally tens of them on the Thunderdome 30 years ago. We've got 14 cars here this weekend for the HQs. Down into turn one, side by side, our front row guys. But Jilton's got the inside running. Ryan Woods has got the absolute ascendancy in the category. They're going to go all side by side at the moment. Steve Banks will sit nicely, but he's sitting in three. Graham Crawford and McLeod. Andy McLeod in there. He's had a good start from the second row of the grid as they all now start to line up. They know they have to get through the flip-flop.
Well, they certainly have. They've adjusted the flip-flop and they've certainly made that a very, very tight and bone-shaking sort of hit and run now as you have to go through there.
What used to be a straight line sort of flip, but now it is a very aggressive right and left. Have a look at this. This is good to see. Ray Jardine mixing it up here, getting very close with Graham Crawford. And Andy McLeod's gone back a couple of spots there, Dave.
Yeah, he certainly has, Darren. Andrew McLeod, keep an eye on the 82 cars. So Magilton, ripper start. He's out there in front. Banks is up into second position. Have a look at this. Banks up into second. Woods has gone back. Crawford's gone up. Jardine's gone in front. And McLeod is a loser. He's gone back 2-3 positions. And it's only lap one.
Well, he's not a loser, Dave. He's just gone back.
He's lost his position.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, and that's a big loss.
Fantastic bloke.
Fantastic bloke. Keep an eye on the 82 car. He'll certainly come back. We know that car's got plenty of horsepower. He's just got to find the line.
This is Gavin Ross doing what we know Gavin Ross does, and that's racing. Didn't qualify as much as he would normally be in the front two rows. Now the race is underway, and this is where Gavin Ross starts to push hard.
He's gone back 2 positions, Gavin Ross, at the moment as well. Keep an eye on him. The Crawford car there. And also the young beginner, we could say, Doug McPhee. That's his first race meeting. Oh, Wisey. Wisey's giving those Kenders a good four-wheel drive. Doesn't that car look good? Burson Auto Parts.
Yep, it looks good. And a guy that knows a thing or two about motorsport, particularly HQ racing, been around for, I don't know, you tell me, Dave, a long time.
Well, almost like the amount of time as the grey hair in your head is, Darren. So it's certainly been a while.
So just a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, yeah, a couple of washes. But Magilton, Banks, Woods, Crawford, and Jardine. Jardine's gone up in front of Crawford in 5th position. Then we've got McLeod, Rajas, Ross, Beckers, and McPhee. The number 50 guy, absolutely fantastic. He's in the top 10.
He is.
First race meeting, ladies and gentlemen. Affordable excitement brought to you by Tyre Power. And also this weekend, we're also racing for the Dallas Crane Perpetual Trophy. That'll be on the last race on Sunday. Dallas Crane, a fantastic bloke. Been involved with HQ Holds for many, many years. I raced with him, during and against him on the Thunderdome and also flat track. A fantastic part of the life of HQ Holden's.
There it is, a tank slapper coming out of the flip-flop there for Johnny Wise. An absolute rich history in Australian motorsport in this category. And Johnny Wise has just added a paragraph to the journey there. Rocket Rod now coming under fire with Gav Ross. 2 veterans, 2 wily, lively racers. And I've got to say, as a bystander watching this race, this is what I wanted to see. Have a look at that. Bit of rubber.
Fuel. That's fuel coming out of Rocket Rod's car. The back of the car is leaking a little bit of fuel. We saw Gavin Ross actually gave him a bit of a love tap, ladies and gentlemen, over there on the back chute. Side by side. Here we go, doing around about 160, 170 Ks in top gear. We've got 3-speed gearbox, 355. So they're pulling about 5.7, 5.8 down the front chute. All got the same camshafts. We're all sealed. We'll all make sure that we are exactly the same. The cars get scrutinised, the engines get checked before they get sealed, before you can put them into the race cars. There's some dyno work and things like that. But Magilton, what a clean set of heels he's got. The fastest plumber, Banks in 76. Oof. Garage 27, Ryan Woods certainly put it out wide there. Jardine
giving us a good look under the Premier front at Twin Headlight HQ. So he's doing it in comfort and style, whereas the guys out in front throwing it around in the Kingswoods. but this is a good battle. Banksy started off the second row. He stamped his authority on P2, and at the moment, Ryan Woods doesn't have an answer to. He's still got plenty of time, just under 10 minutes in this race left to go, so he'll feel it out. The problem is at the moment is that Magilton is just on 3 seconds clear of these guys, so it's not really the opportunity to sit and wait and see what happens, is it, Dave? It's get on with it.
Yeah, no, it certainly is, but Ryan Woods had to put a new set of front tyres on that car, so a brand new set of greens for race one. That's probably upset the handling, the shape of the car and all the rest. Those tyres will come good in the last probably 3 to 4 laps of this race meeting, so he'll definitely be coming forward, but he's gone backwards because brand new tyres.
Yeah, gotcha. So once those tyres get the cure out of them and the mould settings get out of it, he'll start to go on at the moment. Probably feeling just a little bit slippery at the front at the moment. Probably going to be suffering from a bit of understeer as the Kender comes on. Looks like the way he's turned in then, it looks like the Kender has switched right on just as we were watching, Dave.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what we've got Kender tyres, we've got Pettis suspension, springs and shocks, and then we all run the same camshaft. So there's affordable excitement, these tyre power cars brought to you by Dallas Crane and all the other sponsors you can see on the HQ holders. It's a class where it doesn't matter whether you're 16 or 75. I even saw Graham Francis talking about 75. He's coming back out in Tail and Bend in a few months' time. So HQ Holdlands have got an interstate locking at Tail and Bend in a few months' time.
Sounds like a good weekend to be over at Tail and Bend in amongst the dust and sun. And this is a ripping battle. Crawford and McLeod.
McLeod's just starting to catch up a little bit here. McLeod's starting to go right over the boot lid. Ryan Woods is
just having a bit of a timing glitch here, I would suggest, with Ryan Woods and Crawford being shown down the back of the field. There they go. They've gone over a timing loop. It has fixed itself back up. So Magilton, Banks, Jardine. Great to see Ray after quite some time as the president of the club. Struggled to get some results. Now handing over the reins to John Mahoney, and Ray now starting to push, well, at the moment, into a podium position. Crawford and McLeod. Gavin Ross has now made his way up to 6th. After starting 7th, went back down to 10th. So he's fighting back. Gavin Ross is an absolute legend of motorsport. Had a good run in saloon cars. Does a terrific job whenever he rolls out his HQ. Always very exciting to watch what Gavin Ross gets up to.
Well, Gavin Ross has pulled off to the right-hand side, to the inside of the track there. He's got problems. That may be a head gasket issue or an overheating issue. He was going all right at the commentary box, but then all of a sudden just backed off.
I was just singing his praises too, isn't it always the way? Anyway, so he will return to the paddock and will get the number 38 fixed up, the mechanic from Fox Hill down there in Lexington Road. Has a great business down there fixing cars, and he'll be fixing a HQ, I would suggest, this evening. Probably a place to stay away from as he's trying to get the race car ready, but certainly if you need any mechanical repairs in the Box Hill area, get down. Rocket Rod retiring as well. So a couple of veterans of the game just pulling the pin.
Yeah, I'd say more than likely he might have got a flag, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to be going past on its own smoke at the moment. Steam, smoke, whatever you want to call it. Still running on 6.
Yeah, there wasn't any smoke or steam present there, so that was good. Here's Perry Beckers, the Beckers Racing outfit.
Yep, he's certainly got his wife here this weekend helping him polish the car and get it ready as well. So that's what it's all about, family orientated, all your kids.
And look at Doug McPhee in car 50.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic.
Doing a very good job.
He's up into 8th position. And ladies and gentlemen, this is his first rodeo. This is his first race meeting. So I'm doing absolutely fantastic and giving Perry Beckers what for.
I'll tell you what though, not a bad lesson in HQ racing to follow Perry for a couple of laps.
Yep, certainly is. It's beautiful. It's a sister car there. You can see of Crawford's and Perry Becker's, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, they're certainly lifting that wheel way up off the ground as it slams into the chicane over the back there.
And you hear the diff flaring up too as they're opening up the
Is
diff
that what that
as they
noise
go
is?
over. Well, the noise is the revs that we're hearing, but that's
Gavin Ross
flaring
is
up.
coming in.
Yeah, no smoke, no steam. Yeah, just the GMG Automotive Services as he returns in. That's the workshop in Box Hill.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There's something wrong with it because it was coming down the front chute quite well. So now we've only got 4.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, to go. So that's probably another couple of laps. Plus one, is it, Darren? Is that what they're doing? Plus one or whatever? So back here at Calder Park, my beloved Calder Park, mate, for some 12, 13 years. I used to come from Carambara, bring down 1, 2, 3 HQ Holdens, race there on the Thunderdome.
Well, there was quite the march from Carambara to go to the Thunderdome. Yourself and Terry and others that would peel off at Nyora to do some speedway and then come to the Thunderdome. It was like a community coming out of Gippsland up to the Thunderdome. But Thunderdome tonight will be absolutely rocking. Get your tickets online or get them down at the main office here. Also the raffle that we're raising money for. Before we go to the raffle, nice move there. Andy McLeod looks to the inside of Crawford. Crawford opens up nicely there, says, yeah, I see you coming, Andy. You're in the 82, I'm in the 68. I'll catch you at the bottom of the main straight. That's probably Crawford's plan there, but that was nice racing there. He certainly put the move on, ranged up the side and went, well, there's no point rubbing the door handles here. I've opened up the gate and you've taken it. You've run through there like the bull you are.
Wood now has got past Banks the plumber. Wood is back up into second position. He's still 3 seconds behind Magilton, but have a look at this.
Crawford hanging on. Yep. I told you, McLeod said, I'll catch you at the bottom of the straight.
Yeah, it's got some good grunt. That engine's totally refreshened up. It's been on the dyno. It's making some good numbers. And it certainly has to make some good numbers to pass McLeod down the front chute.
Andrew McLeod, steel fabrication emblazoned up the side of the 82 there. It must be Andy's business. So if you need any steel fabrication, check out Andy McLeod Steel Fabrication, because it says it on the side of his car. That's why you should give him a go.
Yep, that's for sure. Blendline TV, this is fantastic footage. Really brought to us by 888 Home Loans once again, Darren. They're doing a fantastic job, and all the sponsors of all the categories, thank you so much. So this is
888 Home Loans have been around in the series for half a decade now, and great to have them continue on and take up the naming rights for this event this weekend. As I was going to say, the chaplaincy. So our great friend Mark Bateman, with his peer support, has had some catastrophic failure with his road vehicle that he takes his trailer and all of his wares around to the event. So we're doing some raffles to try and raise some money. It's a big dollar figure to get him a new Chevy truck to get around to all the motorsports, speedway, rallies, everything. The raffle tickets are down in the secretary's office, so get down and check that out. Also the upgrade tickets, so your $15 gate fee. For $25 you can upgrade your ticket for tonight's rock concert. 4 bands on over in the Thunderdome. It'll be a night not to miss. It's going to be a great night, a little bit chilly. It'll get down to about 15, 16 degrees. Not too cold really when you think about it, but really good initiative by the series to have a rock concert at the end of today, and we're hoping to get some few more people through the gate to raise the profile of Vic State racing as well, Dave.
Absolutely fantastic, Darren. Just take a breath for a minute. Banks has got back in front of Woods. Ray Jardine's done the fastest lap while you were there, bashing everyone's ears. Fantastic to see the guy in fourth. It's the quickest car out there at the moment. I understood. We've got Magilton. This is probably the final lap, is it, Darren? I'm just trying to work it out. You've got the laptop over there.
2 more.
So absolutely fantastic. Magilton, Banks, Woods, Jardine, Crawford, McLeod, McPhee up into 7th. McPhee, the version of HQ Holden racing up into 7th position. Fantastic. Perry Becker's, John Mahoney done well, and Wise. There we have a look. There's Banksy up over the top. They used to call it Mount Jane.
They do still
Mount
call
Jane?
it Mount Jane. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Bob lives on in Mount Jane. And there's car 1 heading away. Andy Magilton with Steve Banks, Ryan Woods,
That's
Ray
3 seconds, Darren.
Yeah, it is.
Not 3 inches.
Ray Judd
3 seconds.
in the back of shot there as well. And that's another 3 seconds back to Ray. So they're pretty closely tight up here. If someone makes a mistake, they'll be all over him. Not that I'm saying that Andy Magilton makes mistakes. In fact, he's one of the rarer operators to do that.
Last lap forward's just gone out.
It has. So
we're on another lap.
Our leader goes across the line. Last lap. Now, a couple of battles we're getting a good look at. That's this one with Banks and Wood. We're also watching the Crawford and McLeod battle earlier on in this race. So it's going on. David McPhee, though, I've got to say, not every day at the races is like this, Dave. You don't always start from down in 10th and come 7th. Sometimes it goes the other way around. But, boy, you got to take those kind of gains when you can. And if it's your first time out, good on you.
Motor racing is so fantastic, and it brings out the knowledge and the understanding of how life is, motorsport.
It really does. It's
highs and lows.
It's a microcosm of life, isn't it? It swings pretty quickly, though, in motorsport. You can be hero 1 minute and you're languishing down at 0 the next. But I tell you what, the hero moments are just absolutely what all the late nights in the shed, all of the long drives to the racetrack, all of the camping and swags are all about. You get that number 1 on your car like Andy Magilton. That didn't just happen to Andy Magilton. He worked and worked and worked. Mickey's dad worked and worked and worked. And there's nothing like the feeling he's about to get as that checkered flag being waved at the finish there. So 13 laps completed. Andy Magilton takes the win. Steve Banks home in 2nd. And Ryan Woods home in 3rd, right in behind as we go to this battle coming onto the straight.
Look at that number 50 McPhee, and right behind McPhee is Perry Beckers. So they are racing for 6th and 7th. 7th and 8th, here we go. Yep, McPhee's in front. Stayed in front of Beckers for 7th. So he started his racing career yesterday. He got his licence. This morning he qualified it. And now he's finished 7th, ladies and gentlemen, in the HQ Holdens. Also, just having a bit of a look, mate, I'm talking about some has-beens or some HQ legends. I've seen Kevin Stoopman in the pits. Ball there to Kevin. Keep an eye on him. He's looking extremely fit. We've got Graham Francis as well. He's come up here. Also, Eric Hill. He's got his car almost ready for the next round. So there's a few people coming back into racing the HQ Holdens. And Kevin's tried a bit of speedway, mate.
Kevin's still doing a bit of saloon car racing. He's still got a HQ. You want to hear Kevin's story? I'll tell you where you can hear it.
He can tell
the
story.
Grassroots Racing podcast dedicated an entire episode to the exploits of Kevin Stoopman. Check that out.
So how often is that, mate? Is there about 10 episodes? Magilton, Banks, Woods, Jardine, Crawford, McLeod, McPhee, Beckers, John Mahoney done well, and Johnny Wise. They had the big lose coming up over Mount Jane. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back again this afternoon. Gavin Ross done a head gasket. John Wise, his car hasn't been right, so he's certainly tuned that up. So it'll be interesting to see who can give Andrew Magilton a rub off the podium, because at the moment he's on pole. He's done race 1. Steve Banks, Ryan Wood, 2nd and 3rd, 3rd and 2nd, all day yesterday. Done absolutely fantastic. Then there was a bit of a gap, but car 8, Ray Jardine, was the fastest lap out there yesterday. So he wasn't leading the race, he was midfield, about 5th position, Darren. So fantastic, a damn good engine, I said to him this morning as he gave me a bit of a smile. And there we go, Andrew Magilton, Steve Banks, Ryan Woods. We got Jardine, Graham Crawford, keep an eye on that car, brand new engine. He's just running it in yesterday, up into 5th position. Andrew McLeod, let's see if he can be a winner this weekend, and especially today, since he had a couple of losers yesterday. He went back a couple of positions. Then we've got the guy in the HQ 50, McPhee. It's his first race meeting ever. Then we've got the panel beater, Perry Beckers.
Great to see a good field of HQs here, and John Mahoney out there in 9th place. 10th is John Wise returning to the game. In fact, these guys are all returning, aren't they? John Wise, Gavin Ross and Rod Rogers. I've got to say, Dave, it was great to read this week that Rod Rogers was coming back And in unfamiliar territory for Rod down the back of this field, but when you're coming back, you need to find your feet again and just get the job done. Car looks great, it always has done, and always good to have these drivers that have had good successes in the past have to have a break for one reason or another, and then come back and just enjoy what it was about it. You tend to, I guess, appreciate it more when you've been forced to sort of take some time away.
Yeah, you certainly do, the Flying Dutchman, mate, but there was nothing wrong with him yesterday. It was the car. So now he's fixed the car, so it'll be interesting to see how that spacer, which is I call the driver, see how he goes from the rear of the field. So they're all starting to line up, ladies and gentlemen. Get your backside, trackside, the HQ Holdens, brought to you by Tyre Power, very, very good sponsor of HQ Holdens for Victoria for well over 5 years now. And this will be interesting. Can Banks get the fastest plumber, HQ, try and get past the electrician there of the Middies car there, of Andrew Magilton? He put it on pole. He won yesterday, Darren. And, that was quick. That was quick. Magilton once again. Wood's got a real good start. Ray Jardine's gone back a little bit. McLeod's right on the rear bumper bar of him as they all go through. Gavin Ross is at the back of the field. Mate, you've got to give up smoking, mate. That sounded like half a lung you just lost then.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yep, have a look at this, down into one. Goes car one. Nice little bit of synergy there, but right around the outside, Ray Jardine has been served up that outside line. Never works as Graham Crawford just comes across in front there. And McLeod said that he wants to get back up in there, and he's done a nice start there. There's Wise, Doug McPhee just settling in, and it's that it's the little bit of a hustle that you have to sort of get used to on the first lap to keep yourself hold your spot there. There's John Mahoney as well. Beckers back to Rod Rogers. And gee, there's some names in HQ history in this field. The 89.
Certainly is.
Perry
We've got
Beckers.
Magilton, Banks, and then we've got Wood, mate, if you have a look there, first, second, third. As they come around to do the first lap, ladies and gentlemen, pick your colour, pick your car. The Flying Dutchman's doing all right. Wise has gone up 4 positions. As we just see here at the moment, there's McPhee, the 50 car. Good to see that car back on the track. It's been locked in a shed for some 16 years. It's had a paint job, it's had a new engine, it's had a new owner, and he's going extremely well for his first race meeting here at Calder Park.
Yeah, doing a terrific job there. There's Rod Rogers. He's ranging up now into the back there of Perry Beckers. He'll be starting to feel it. John Mahoney will look in the mirrors and go, I can't believe I've got Rod Rogers behind me. Rocket Racing emblazoned down the side. You want to remove those stickers and put your name there. Pretty sure you can do it. Jump on board with the bright yellow wheels and the orange livery of Rod Rogers. Through the flip-flop we go. This is the midfield. Ray Jardine. I reckon he's ticked some boxes as far as aggression has gone this weekend.
Well,
Normally a guy
has.
that's a bit of a thinking kind of a racer. He's still thinking about it, but he's also starting to fill some gaps that maybe he might not have filled in seasons gone by.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. He was the fastest car on the track yesterday.
Yeah, yep.
He done, well, I'll call it a lap record, but he's certainly done a flying lap there in 5th position. He's right behind Crawford now.
It is the lap record. 1:15.08. Ray Jardine has got the lap record.
Oh, there you go.
It was previously held by Warren
Just
True.
because my lips are moving, mate, doesn't mean that I'm not telling the truth. So
the 1:15.66 was previously held by Warren True, and that's a 1:15.08. So you're right, it's a lap record.
yeah, I'm always right, mate. Don't you worry about that.
I'll live
As
that
they
and I'll
come
live it
down
and
the
learn
front
it.
straight. It's good to see these cars. Wisey's gone right out wide. McPhee's gone down the inside of Wisey. Wisey just let him in. Wisey just let him in. He's got persons on the side of the car. That car was over in Tasmania there a couple of years ago when we had the HQ Nationals. Every year HQ Holdens have our Nationals, and we slowly do a massive circle around Australia. And guess where we are this year? The HQ Nationals.
Darwin.
Close, Western Australia.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the furthest place from here, I can tell you that. But there's already 53 cars have already put their hand up, and we're going.
Yep, absolutely. Got to represent. Under brakes now. Our new guy, Doug McPhee's got a bit of a lineup of legends behind him. and he'll be feeling the blowtorch. Don't let him buy, Doug. You run your race. They've got to get past. Around onto the straight now, onto the drag strip, and heading down the very, very long straight.
Certainly is McLeod. McLeod now is going down the inside of Crawford, trying to get on the back of the tailgate there of Ray Jardine. So McLeod is now a winner. He's gone up one position as you go into turn one. We can see it right on here. Look at that, he's right on the bootleg. Jardine, Crawford. He'll be definitely hung out the dry out there, but he's trying to go around the outside. Door handle to door handle, bumper to bumper. You can see it here on the screen. Landline TV, thank you very much. Brought to us also by 888 Home Loans.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic weekend here. The Calder Revival 888 Home Loans event, always offering the motorsport community and the community at large the best deal in the home loan market. Talking about the best deal at the moment, Ray Jardine is serving it up. This is a really good weekend for Ray. Guy that has done a lot of work over the years in the background to keep HQs up and about. He's currently sitting in P4 in this one. It's Andrew Bajilton leading the way very, very nicely though, as we get a good look at the Crawford car. The AW Automatics entry.
Absolutely fantastic there, but Bajilton's done the fastest lap so far at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We've got plenty of time. I'm just trying to see how much time we've got. We've got 9.5 minutes. Oh, there goes a smoking Kenda. Right-hand front one there of Woods. He absolutely smoked the Kenda there. So we use our Kenda tyres. We use Petter's red suspension components. We only have one seat in the HQ. We've taken out the bench seat. We've taken out the cigarette lighter and the radio. We'll put a roll cage in them and we go racing. And it's 36, 37 years, ladies and gentlemen. HQ Holden, the biggest one-make series in the world back in the mid-90s. So started a round table in Tasmania.
Barry Becker's retiring from this one. That's not good. Here comes Gavin Ross, who started out at position 11, has made his way now into 10th. It must be 9th place now. He just got John Mahoney, so it was a nice clean move. The green-eyed monster is the chariot that Gav's racing this weekend.
Yeah, well, he done a head gasket in race one yesterday, so he's fixed that issue and that problem. It's not getting hot, as you can see. He's starting to do some pretty good laps. Let's go through it. Magilton, Banks, Jardine, McLeod. I'm just trying to work out Woods. Woods is out. Woods is gone. Or is that timing issue glitch again from yesterday?
Yeah, that could be. I haven't seen him go out anywhere. Just trying to...
All right, up over the hill. No, there he is.
Woods is there.
Woods is there. Something wrong with his timing monitor there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't panic. Ryan Woods is there, but Banks is starting to catch the back of Woods. Starting to catch him. You can see him over there. He'll catch him right up into brakes over the back chute there.
Ray Jardine's coming under some pressure now from McLeod. Crawford just on a bit of a watching brief there. Doug McPhee, he's sort of lost touch with that group. This is where the action's going to be over the next couple of minutes for sure. This is the points. This is the pointy end of the field. Car 2 on the road. Here's that one there, number 27. Stephen Banks right in behind with the very bright wheels as they come down the very long straight here at Calder Park. Come into what could only be known as the bump zone down into turn number 1. And hang on and enjoy the ride. Here we go. Under brakes. Oh, that is massive. Ryan Woods, right front lock up.
He doesn't like that right-hand front corner, does he, at all? He's absolutely smoking the Kenda. But Ryan Woods, a young bloke, he's just started up his own business called, well, he's already got 2 businesses going. Garage 27. If you want a specialised car or a car that you want and you want to find it, you can't find it, go see Ryan Woods. He's the man that does all that type of work. But also, he's got HSD development behind him. The old Eddie Woods, you know, everyone knows Eddie Woods. Yep. He must be a lover, always used to drive a pink car. So it's good to see the young bloke here, Ryan.
HSD on the rear quarter lower there, but a 3-letter acronym that has been on the side of many, many race cars over the years and continues on now these days as we just watch Steve Banks, the plumber. He is right in contact now. Look at that. It is separated by nothing. And I guess the next question will be, how long can Banks stay there before the temp gauge starts?
Banks will pull out, go down the inside. Ryan Woods has got an issue with that right-hand front tyre. If he locks it up again, and he has, that thing will be like a 50-cent coin, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing I can say is, lucky I've got another tyre on the truck I can sell.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, where's your truck parked out there, Dave? Of course, you've got the spare parts truck parked out the paddock there for all the requirements of everyone at the racetrack, not just HQs. You've got a whole lot of stuff on board, haven't you?
Yeah, I certainly have, mate, for all the races here. Absolutely fantastic. It's about my truck supporting the racer to try and keep him out there and going. But that thing, if he had milk on the front of the dash, mate, we'd be turning it into butter by now.
It certainly
would be absolutely shaking it. But look at Gavin Ross now. He's all over the boot lid of Johnny Wise. Johnny Wise went bang, 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 and now he's gone backwards. Wise in the number 2 car. He's got 2 cars. That's the ex-Neville Haley car.
Mahoney down the inside of Gav Ross. That's a brave move to try and pull off on Gavin Ross. He covers it off nicely there indeed. Up over those very high ripple strips at the S's there. It's not often you see anyone have a go at them, but Ross and Mahoney are definitely giving them a good looking over. The interesting one with the Banks car, Dave, is that, oh, here we go, down into one again, is that Calder loads the left front. So if you're locking up the right front on the turn in down there, I guess it's okay. The left front is the one that gets most of the load around this particular track. Nice move.
Yeah,
Stephen Banks paid his time and has been paid off. That is a very, very good move.
Of course, there's a plumber had to get him. Ryan had to let him go past, mate, or otherwise there'd be nothing with that Kenda tyre, I can tell you that.
Exactly.
So he's now got to look after his position. He's got a smart head on a young shoulders there, so, mate, 3rd is still better than DNF.
He knows he's locked that up. He can feel that through the wheel and through the brake pedal. He knows that things aren't quite so good. There'll be a vibration coming up through the steering wheel now. So he's like, well, I'm not going to be able to hold Banks off anymore. I'm best to come home 3rd than not come home at all and drag the points if I can. Have a look at this. Gavin Ross, John Wise, 2 competitors that have met with each other on the track again. What a lovely reunion for these 2 out on track.
It certainly is. Now Ross will be giving Wise just a little bit of a love tap there as they come onto the front chute. Wise defensive. He's gone to the right-hand side. So you can't pass me on the right. You'll have to do it on the left. This will be interesting. Gavin Ross, he'll definitely pull out. Here we go. This will be interesting. All right, 2 gentlemen, 2 old bulls, you might as well say. It'll be interesting to see who will give each other. Yes, I'll give each other a bit of room.
Oh, Gav Ross had to check up there. Just checked up. He could have given the number 2 a bit of an autograph right across the back bumper that time. He chose not to. We've got a lot more racing still to go here today, and we don't need scars on race cars these days. Up the hill, over the hill. Gavin Ross now. Watch this. We're going to get a good look at the underside of these 3 cars.
We certainly will. I thought John Mahoney was starting to catch him, but he's gone back. He's gone back a little bit there. You can see that now. Ross, Wise, throw that mirror away, Wisey. Just drive the damn thing like you stole it. Ross has come from the rear of the field, and now he's right on the boot lid of Wise. They're doing some fairly good lap times. They're into the 1:15.2s, 1:15.3s, and Steve Banks, a plumber, a 1:14.9.
New lap record.
New lap record. That's what it's all about. The plumber has got it. The 76 car, absolutely flying. While he's flying, Magilton's gap has gone from 3.5 to 4.3 seconds on that lap. Absolutely flying. The Middies car, the Chilton car, number one for a reason, because he won the championship last year. He's put it on pole. He's won race 1. He's out in front at the moment. I won't do what Darren did to someone yesterday. We'll just keep this going. Now look at this. Wood now is starting to catch up the back chute. But look at Wise and Ross. Bumper to bumper.
This is a terrific run here. Of course, this is for positions 8, 9 and 10 on the road. Going around the back part of quarter through the flip-flop they go. Again, Gavin Ross shows the nose. It's going to be a big dive bomb to try and get around the outside of Johnny Wise here. Gives a little bit of a rub, holds on. Going to get up over the ripple strip here. Lost a little bit at the back step down there. Twice, Gavin Ross has to gather it all up again. Now, what he's got to deal with is the charge coming to him from car number 81 from behind, John Mahoney. He goes out wide. Gavin Ross now just losing that ultimate toe. Certainly going to be having a little bit of a toe there, but it's going to be a very, very brave Gavin Ross here. Back down to position 2 and 3 on the road. The fastest car here this weekend is that one there, number 76, with Stephen Banks at the wheel. A 1:14.91 into the 14s now for the HQs. Age shall not weary them.
Yep, certainly won't. 38 years of HQ Holdens, ladies and gentlemen. That's how long we've been racing for. When Holden was here in Australia, there was 13 different models of HQ Holdens. From your ute to your panel van to your Sandman. You might have been in the back of one of them, Darren. You have to ask your dad.
I had a HZ, not a HQ.
So, yeah. But all the way through to the Statesman, to the SS, to the Belmont, to the Kingswood. Most of the time they didn't even have radios or heaters in them, mate. That's how old HQ Holden is. 1971.
Did they have seatbelts?
Sorry?
Did they have seatbelts?
Yes.
They did.
Yep.
One of the first models to have seatbelts.
Well, mate, you had to hang on in a HQ.
That's right. Big bench seat, car 1, down into turn 1. And we have ticked over that time certain clock. I'm pretty sure we would have got the last lap board last time around. But car number 1 now. The Middies entry of Andrew Magilton, a class act in HQ racing over many seasons.
Pyramont. I think they build houses, don't they? If you want a very good quality house, I think it's Pyramont.
Well, we know if you want some good electrics, you go to Midi Electrics. It's written on the side
that's
of
right.
his car.
So they've got a house builder, they've got an electrician, and then we've got a plumber second.
What if you need some tyres?
Yeah, Tyre Power, mate, is the way to go. And fantastic sponsor on
It's
the
like
front guards, the Holden. All the sponsors throughout this season, 2026. So come down, have a look at the car, have a talk to Andrew. He's got the family here, and even Mum's here to turn up, and the old man as well.
Checker flag is at the ready now as we see Andy Magilton charge to the line, and there it is, a race number 2 for the weekend. Will we get the broom out and park it up in the garage? Will he clean sweep the weekend?
Mate, he's doing at the moment 4.7 seconds. Unbelievable. Something's happened to Gavin Ross. Rocket Rod has got past him. So where's Mahoney? Mahoney's gone past Gavin Ross. So he's had a bit more of an oopsie. I didn't see that on the screen.
No, we didn't see that, but that's okay. Gavin Ross will bring it to the line, albeit he was in the 10. And he will just land on 10th place. Rocket Rod just got one more spot up. The guy is on the return. When you're taking a position off Gavin Ross in the last lap of the race, you are well and truly back in the game.
Thanks, Darren. And from the HQs, everyone, be safe, be friendly. Come and have a look at the HQs. We've got another race this afternoon. And thank you, Blendline. We've got Wise. Oh, that's what's happened. Oh.
Was bound to happen. A bit of an off there for Wisey, and a bit of a touch from Gavin Ross, but they swapped positions. Wise went back a spot, or a couple of spots as well. What that it did allow was it took the heat off Doug McPhee. John Mahoney and Rod Rogers have both got a couple of positions on that last journey around.
Yeah, he certainly did. And here we go, right over the top 10. Magilton, Banks, Woods, Jardine, McLeod, Crawford done really well. McPhee, fantastic. John Mahoney, Rocket right up into 9th. And Gavin Ross. So thank you all very, very much to the HQ Association. Come and have a look at the HQs. And there's plenty more racing happening today. Thanks, Darren.
Grabbing those drivers just as they come in hot and sweaty. They've always got a story to tell, but fantastic to see Matt Dunlop down there chatting with our drivers as they get that great result. Always happy when you're 1, 2 or 3 at the event and you're about to get the trophy for the weekend. Dave Amor joins me, Darren Smith for the HQs for their final race. It even says race 3 in brackets feature on the grid sheet here. Dave, what's been going on down in the HQ paddock?
Well, lots been going on, Darren, certainly has. We've got Andrew Magilton's car. They haven't touched it. It's still perfect. Steve Banks' car, they put new front brakes in it. Ryan Wood's car, they put new front brake pads in it. Ray Jardine put the headlights back in the right-hand front of it, where he had a bit of an accident with it. Andrew McLeod in the 82 car, still feeling strong. Graham Crawford in the 68 car. Brand new engine before this weekend. He's absolutely going extremely well. Keep an eye on him. And the hard charger, like the best guy out there, you could say, Doug McPhee in HQ 50. He's bought the car, he's painted it, he's put an engine in it. It's his first race meeting. He qualified 10th, and he's up into 7th yesterday, 7th today, and 7th for the final one. So Rocket Rod Rogers, he's back a bit. Gavin Ross is back a bit because he hit John Wise and they spun there at turn between 1 and 2. Perry Beckers won't be there. He's done a head gasket. He's decided to put it on the car, take it home and give it a really good look at and make it right for the next round.
Good decision-making process there as well. I saw Gav Ross, he was trundling off to wash his hands as well, and obviously been working on his car, the number 38. Being down in 10th place will not sit well with Gav at all, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can actually do in this one this afternoon. So he will be absolutely trying to chase down some sort of result. With Rocket Rod right beside him, he'll be travelling in very, very good company. Great to see Doug McPhee in the number 50 out there, getting that car up and running. Looks $1 million. He's given it more polish than it's had in a couple of decades, and it looks $1 million. Green flag wave to the back of the field. Andrew Magilton, will he bring 3 from 3 like we've just seen Kieran Pridmore in the saloon cars? Tyre Power, HQ Holden's get away nicely. All 4 rows go away line astern with each other. Absolute brilliant clutch take up, but down the back of the field there, just a car slowly easing away, and it's Doug McPhee, the number 50. That's not what we wanted to see. Andy McLeod in the mix here. They are the 2 heavy hitters of HQ, Steve Banks and Andrew Magilton. Side by side, Magilton uses all of the real estate he has, and being on pole, the 27 into the back of the 76 there, so they're on their way through. Bit of biff and barge early on, so the 76 goes back a spot. He'll hang on. Rocket Rod just goes back a spot from John Wise, and over the hill, the Middies car, driven by Andrew Magilton, storms away, and it will be Ryan Woods through there, and Steve Banks will relinquish back to P3 after a little bit of a coming together, checked up down at turn 1.
Certainly was bumper to bumper, door handle to door handle through 2 and 3, as you saw there, Darren, on the Blendline TV, which is absolutely fantastic. But the problem is, Andrew Magilton, have a look. He's already got 1.3 seconds, I understand, between first and second. And the plumber is back into 3rd position, Banks, so keep an eye on him. Ryan Woods has got himself in front of Banksy. Now, can anything happen? Let's wait and see. What about Raj Jardine? He's doing extremely well. He's on the back of the boot lid of the 76 car.
Great replays there. Big thanks to Triple Eight Home Loans for all the replays right throughout this weekend. The field charging all in a straight now. Rocket Rod pulls out, shows us the yellow headlights. He wants to go through on Johnny Wise, or is it Johnny Wise coming through on him? Either way, Mahoney has got his mirrors filled with 2 HQs in red in colour. And getting on with it there as well. The maroon, darker red colour there. That's John Mahoney. Rocket Rod Rajas in the Rocket Racing Car outfit, and the Burson's entry there. That is John Wise. Just a little bit further up the field, watching for Gav Ross. He's into P7, so he started out at 10. I touched on that in the opening remarks there, Dave, that there he is right there, the GMG entry of Gavin Ross. He's certainly chasing a lot better result in this one. He's got Graham Crawford in his sights now in the AEW Automatics entry. I saw Andy Williams and Kevin Stoopman, a couple of legends. Hashtag legends. as they get to the racetrack. And I see Stoopy's been on the radio to one of his saloon car mates, helping him through to win the 3 from 3 this weekend as well. So legends galore here at Calder Park this weekend, and none more than David Amor right alongside me.
That's for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Magilton, he has got a clean set of heels at the moment. He's certainly got going extremely well with that car. Magilton, Woods, Banks, Jardine, McLeod, Crawford, Ross, John Mahoney up into 8th, Rod Rogers and John Moyes. And HQ 50 is way back because he didn't get a really good start on race 3 for this afternoon. But have a look at Andrew Magilton. Have a look at the gap there, mate.
It's pretty handy, isn't it?
Oh, mate, he is such a good start. Down into turn 1, turn 2.
I tell you what, though, the interest is this one. Woods, Banks and Jardine. Jardine weighing in here. This has been a really good event for number 8. Ray Jardine, who's done a power of work in the category, and now he's starting to get the power down and inside the 5. In fact, a happy place inside the 5, deservedly so, in the black car there. Pretty sure he's got some room on the car for some new sponsors to jump on board and help Ray continue on with his season. But right in front is the 76 of Banks Pro Plumbing entry as they head down into turn number 1. Ryan Woods doing very, very nicely indeed.
Yep, certainly is. We've got to remember, we've got to thank Tyre Power, our sponsors. This is the race for the Dallas Crane Perpetual Trophy, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas Crane, a veteran of HQs over there on the Thunderdome, the flat track, done over 25 years of HQ Hollands. Passed away way too early, like most people, as you know, all the good ones. But most importantly, it's a Dallas Crane Perpetual Trophy for this afternoon, and it's on this race here, and Andrew Magilton has got one hand already on it. So what can Wood do? What can Banks do? What can Jardine do? Can they work together and come together? Look at that over there, 1.7 seconds. I understand the gap between first and second, and then from second to third it's 1.6 and 1.4. I'm not making that up, ladies and gentlemen. That's here on the screen in front of me.
We're expecting 13 laps in this main event, the feature race for the weekend for the HQs. We've got 4 ticked off as they come to the line now, so plenty of time for the likes of Gavin Ross and Crawford to start to combine and impress on this field. And they're charging on very, very hard. Ryan Woods down the bottom of the straight now, doing a strong job, holding on to P2, locks it up right front, allows Banks straight in. That's all you need. That is all you need. 2 spots gone. Ryan Woods gathered it off at the start, got himself into P2, and just in the flash of the puff of smoke off the front of the tyres of that car, 2 spots gone, still 9 laps to go.
That's for sure. Now, mate, that Kenda tyre, we had a look at it after it came in, and it wasn't quite a 50-cent piece, but I think he's working on it. Yep. That was a massive lock up there. That's knocked him back those 2 positions. That tyre has got to hurt him every time he goes into turn 1. Hard unbraking.
And when you've got a weakness in a tyre like that, when you do that hard braking, it finds that spot, that it keeps finding that weak spot in the tyre, and eventually you end up on fibres out there, and certainly you find braking, you lock up, and the next time you lock up, it's on exactly the same spot as well. It's when you see them lock up, unlock it, lock up, unlock it, all within about 50 metres of the braking zone. That's when you get those multiple flat spots, and annoyingly so, it almost shakes the steering wheel out of your hand.
Yeah, it certainly does. Now have a look at HQ 50, McPhee. Now this is his first race meeting, ladies and gentlemen. He's already gone past Wise. He's on the boot lid of Rocket Rod Racing now, the 33 car. Mate, magnificent drive, magnificent weekend. I just can't believe how well he's going. He's never raced anything at all, ladies and gentlemen. Goes to show you affordable excitement. Get out and have some fun.
Absolutely, you never know what's around the corner, do you? And Doug McPhee, I've got to say, he's driving absolutely brilliantly this weekend. I like that he's focused on getting to the end of the race and making sure he's all in one piece before he starts to try and impress here. But following this guy in front of him, I'll succumb to your advice here, Dave, but there would be very few that you'd learn as much of as following Rocket Rod.
Yep, that is for sure. Rod's back this year. He's had about 18 months off. Good to see the car. It's better than showroom condition. The wheels get washed every time he comes back. Jeremy, He's not real clever or real smart, but he can wash wheels, I can tell you that. He loves his car. He's been with Rocket Rod for probably 12 or so years, and that's his job, and that's his passion. Be part of the team.
Yep, and getting those yellow wheels shiny. Rocket Rod now just giving a lesson to the new guy, Doug McPhee, and I think Doug's appreciative of that. He's just got the nice chrome bumpers there. They're all shiny. Everybody doing a job there. Steve Banks now still in front of Jardine, sadly for Ryan Woods. He all but relegated himself back 2 spots when he locked up at the bottom of the straight 2 laps ago. And it looks to me now, Dave, and again, you're the expert in the room on HQs, it looks as though Ryan Woods might have just asked a little bit too much of the tyre package on that car, and he's going through the motions now.
Yeah, well, he is. Like I said to you, he put new brake pads in the front of it. It takes 3 or 4 laps for those brake pads to try and bed themselves into that rotor. We're looking at 4 surfaces being aligned. They're brand new, they're not aligned, and that hasn't helped at all. Steve Banks had the same problem, but he hasn't been locking wheels, so there's something wrong with that right-hand brake caliper. Ryan Woods has got to ride with it, drive it, and see what he can come up with. But Ryan's young enough, mate. He's driving it like he stole it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, it won't be until the cabin's filled with smoke and he's trying to work out whether it's tyres or gearbox smoke. He'll certainly go. Have a look at this. Now, Doug McPhee pulls out of Rocket Rod's slipstream. They line. No. Rocket Rod just got enough in the 6-pack in front of him to get down to turn 1. Doug McPhee, look at that. Now that is the racing of a veteran, runs wide. Rocket Rod saw that, and there's a clear signal here being given to me that took a lot of bravery.
Certainly is. Massive brakes, I reckon it was, Darren, when you have a look at that. Rocket Rod gave him a little bit of room. He sort of went back, he went left, he went right, and now he's in front of Rod. Now Wise has now caught the back of Rogers. There's 2 has-beens, 2 legends. 2 legends have been there for a long, long time and still fighting on. As you can see, Red's fairly fast, but the blue 50 in McPhee, beautiful looking car for this weekend.
I call that Aqua.
Aqua?
Yeah, I call that Aqua.
Okay.
That's definitely Aqua.
All right. Yeah, a couple other words I could probably use it.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
blue,
me personally.
Pretty blue, or whatever you want to call it.
Nice
I said
blue.
Pretty.
I'll call it don't get a scratch on it blue.
Yeah, all right, okay.
There you go.
Down the front chute. Well, McPhee, he's gone bang to Wise, he's gone bang to Rocket Rod. But have a look at Banks and Jardine. Now, Jardine's got Haley up there. Haley runs with this car at the HQ4 Air up Winton every year. Good to see Neville Haley back. Neville Haley was one of the kingpins of HQ Holdens. He brought Victoria right up the top, and for many, many years, Dyno Cars done a lot. Now he's only just come back in the last 2 years, and now he's doing the 4 hour.
Terrific. The 4 hour at the end of every year rounds out the motorsport season pretty much around the country. Run in December every year, but this time around, Ray Jardine in this sprint race. 13 laps will be the journey, and Ray Jardine has got iterations for P2 in this race, and that would be, again, Dave, I reckon that would be his first P2, Ray Jardine.
Yes. Yeah, you've got to be careful when you say those words, mate, because Jardine has had a very, very rough 2 or 3 years, mate.
He has.
He's been taken out, he's been crashed into, and it's taken him a couple of dollars, you know, what's normally would be in your ashtray on your car, to rebuild that car time and time again. He's now got the combination together and right, as we saw yesterday, very quick lap. And the plumber, Steve Banks, is just holding him off at the moment. Steve Banks has done the fastest lap ever in race 2.
Certainly did. There's the shot we wanted to see. Andy Magilton just up the road there. Bit of a flare up on the diff as he goes over the ripple strips there as well. You can hear the microphones trackside just picking up that jump in revs. A couple of hundred revs there on the 6-cylinder Holden as the 76. Nice big handful of lock. Turns it in there. Ray Jardine flowing the car nicely. It's just working for Ray this weekend. We've seen him have to really muscle the number 8 car around over the last couple of years. And as you touched on, Dave, he's had some things go wrong that have been out of his control, out of his realm. Got mixed up with someone else's errors. But Ray, a terrific bloke in the HQ scene, and deserves this podium no matter what way it falls. But Jilton now 2.2 seconds out in front. There he is there, the pink stripe over the top of the Middies Electrical HQ.
Yep. Certainly is. HQ Holden, 6-cylinder Holden, 3-speed, 355 diff ratio, single carby, points and condenser. We've still got that. Why change it when it's not broken? The dwell, everything like that, mate. But on top of this, when you look at it, we've got our HQ Nationals in Western Australia in September. We've got the 4-hour in December. You want to go affordable racing. You want to have some excitement. You want to bring the family, which is called the team. There's no I in team. Come over and have a look at the HQ guys. There are some cars for sale. It's affordable excitement. Brought to you by Tyre Power. 888 for this weekend, which is absolutely fantastic with what they're doing. Blendline TV and all the sponsors on everyone's car.
Absolutely.
Use those sponsors.
Absolutely couldn't agree with you more. The message is loud and clear. It's across the front windscreen of all these HQs. Tyre Power for your tyres. You want some new tyres for the ute? Head down to Tyre Power and get the best ones you can. But Jilton leading very, very nicely. 50 seconds left in this journey as we get a good look at these two cars that are fighting it out down the tail end of the field. That Johnny Wise last in line there at the moment. Back to the front now with Banks and Jardine. This is where the battle's been for at least the last 3 laps in a row now. Stephen Banks is not a bloke that you can rely on to make a mistake. In fact, Ray Jardine's going to have to show the nose here at some point because Banksy's not renowned for making a mistake. Ryan Woods, we didn't think would make mistakes, but he did. He was in P2 and he's actually just disappeared out of the back of the battle here, Ryan Woods. He's about 15 seconds off the race lead.
Is taking up onto Ryan Woods. Look at that. McLeod's catching him. But we've got Banks again. We've got Jardine's got it. Wishy-washy over the top there as they going through the 76 car, the Plumber car. This will be quite interesting. Rocket Rod has got an engine issue. I noticed that he was fairly slow. Who's our fastest HQ guy in this race?
Ray Jardine is at the moment, as we are seeing the field slowly being depleted. John Mahoney, Rocket Rod Rajas have retired from this one. And our race leader, well, there's Banks, who is currently sitting in P2. Got the biggest gap he's had all race long over Ray Jardine, but just up in front of them, and they're closing actually on Andrew Magilton at the moment. As well, yeah, Magilton's slowing.
Yep.
He is definitely slowing. He is coming back to these two at the moment. Having said that, on lap number 12, he did a 1:15.43. Ray Jardine's the only one that's gone faster than him too. Ryan Woods has withdrawn, so no wonder we couldn't see him in back of shot.
Yeah, there's certainly some engine issues, gearbox, brake issues by the looks of it. But have a look on the back straight, everyone. Have a look. You can see first, second, third before they heavily brake until we do the right left-hander and then coming onto the front straight. Magilton, has he grabbed hold of the Dallas Crane Petrol Trophy? The checkered flag is out. He's got 302 metres to go.
Driving nicely in car number 1. Our second clean sweep for the weekend. He joins Kieran Pridmore from the Saloon Car Fraternity for Tyre Power this weekend. The Vic Trophy Tour round number 2. Andrew Magilton, 3 from 3. Just like the 888 home loans. 3 from 3.
Absolutely fantastic there. So, well, McLeod did get in front of Ryan Woods, like I said he was going to. Ryan Woods definitely got an issue as the McPhee car, the 50 car, greets the checkered flag.
How good's that? 7th place in the last one for the newcomer.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Really,
actually
really
pretty impressive.
Good.
Pretty impressive.
You're impressed?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the car, let alone the results. They've been very good as well. And the driver bringing it home all in one piece. That's that's got to be the goal at the end of the day, because that's where some of the big costs start to stack up if you don't bring it home alive and well. Let's have a look at how this one panned out for the HQs for their final race for the weekend. 13 laps was the journey. And here you have it up on screen now.
Certainly was. So we've got Andrew Magilton, Steve Banks, we've got Ray Jardine, absolutely fantastic for Ray Jardine. Graham Crawford done extremely well. Gavin Ross has come from the back up into 6th position. He'll be fairly happy with that. Doug McPhee, John Wise in 8th. And then we've got some DNFs. Did not finish.
Yeah,
we've got Ryan Woods, John Mahoney, Rod Rogers. Perry Becker's failed to start because he had that engine problem. So
we're down here in the dummy grid at Calder Park Raceway with the Holden HQs having just wrapped up their feature race, and what a race it was. Some sensational scrapping all the way up and down that field this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to chatting to these top 3 drivers, of course, Andrew Magilton, Steve Banks and Ray Jardine, our podium getters here. Come on down. Fantastic weekend for yourself, mate. What was your assessment on how it went behind the wheel, this HQ thrown around Calder Park?
Yeah, it was good. We were lucky enough to get the pole and the 3 wins. I managed to get a little bit of a gap on the first laps, and I think that was the only reason why I was able to keep them behind me.
How did you find the change in Calder Park conditions throughout as well?
Yeah, big temperature difference between the two, but yeah, it was a bit slippery either way, I think. But yeah, don't know if everyone else feels the same. But
you definitely take a clean sweep though, mate. So congratulations. All the best. Get some shade on your head, and well done, mate. Thank you so much. Andrew Magilton, now round winner here with a clean sweep. Come on down this side, mate. Grab a hat. Yeah, get that on your noggin. Gee, some fantastic scrapping there, wasn't there?
There was. It was pretty hectic at the start of the race then, but Andrew had it under control right from the get-go, I think. It was just keeping my eyes in the mirror, watching Ray coming up behind me.
And how was it? Because it was, great recovery from yourself up to 2nd position in that race too. Yeah, pretty grand weekend overall for yourself.
It was, yeah. That turn 1, I give Andrew a little bump in the rear end and jumped out of gear, so Ryan got past me and I had to work pretty hard to get past him again.
Well done, Steve. Fantastic weekend, and congratulations on P2 in the feature.
No worries, thank you. Well done to Andrew.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to Andrew as well. And we now chat to our 3rd place getter, Ray Jardine. Come around, mate. Grab yourself a hat and get that on your noggin. Get some shade. It's really the UV's biting today, isn't it, mate? And hell of a battle there at the end of the race, wasn't it?
It was on. Hard luck to Ryan. He was driving really well, so he's had a car problem there and pulled off, and I kind of inherited 3rd. But and the boys in front were fast. I couldn't do anything to reel him in. I was trying to get on the back of Steve and get a bit of a tow, but just couldn't get there.
Well, you can definitely be happy with that result there from 3rd position in the feature race. Well done there.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Ray Jardine, great to have your company here. That is our podium for the Holden HQs. We have MGs and invited British sports cars out on track right now.